I'm Nicole Burley. It is Monday, March 20th. This is NewsNation Rush Hour. We are keeping a close eye on former President Trump, who could be just hours away from facing a criminal indictment. Over the weekend, Trump took to Truth Social to say he expects to be arrested tomorrow. This stemming from the grand jury probe into alleged hush money payments made on his behalf during the 2016 campaign. In the Post, the former president calls on his supporters to protest and, quote, take our nation back. Officials in New York City are already taking precautions, putting up barriers around the courthouse. And that's where NewsNation correspondent Robert Sherman joins us live. Robert, a witness was called today at the last minute.
That's right, Nicole. It was an attorney called to testify today and attack the credibility of the prosecution's star witness. A last-minute witness called to testify in the so-called hush money case of former President Donald Trump. Robert Costello, the former legal counsel for Rudy Giuliani. Costello was also legal counsel for the 45th president's former fixer, Michael Cohen, the key witness for the prosecution in this case, who allegedly paid porn star Stormy Daniels the $130,000 in hush money to bury her story of an affair with former President Donald Trump. Costello's testimony occurred behind closed doors in front of a grand jury, intended to discredit Cohen in some capacity. The 45th president also taking a shot at his former fixer, calling Cohen a, quote, convicted felon, jailbird, and serial fake storyteller and liar, and declaring the whole investigation to be a, quote, witch hunt. In light of the former president claiming he would be arrested Tuesday and calling on his supporters to protest, supporters could be seen rallying in front of Trump Tower Monday. New York police now readying barricades near the courthouse in case things boil over. Neither the district attorney nor Mr. Trump's own legal counsel has been able to confirm that he actually will be arrested Tuesday, but his attorney did tell NewsNation's Dan Abrams he believes the 45th president will be indicted.
You know, it's becoming more probable, I think, now. But the one thing I still hold on to is hope that justice will prevail.
If that were to happen, there are many questions about how the former president would be brought in, since it's uncharted territory.
It will be the first time it's ever happened, and love or loathe Donald Trump, it's a sad day for America.
Mr. Trump would be processed like anyone else if indicted, mugshot, fingerprints, and a DNA swab included. But the Secret Service is expected to be there every step of the way guarding him, and they won't go for any flair.
Former President Trump is not going to be dragged in front of a scrum of reporters. There's not going to be a perp walk. He won't be put in handcuffs or shackles. He will self-surrender.
So if the former president is indicted, he would have to agree upon a surrender date with the district attorney's office. And I want to make abundantly clear here, Nicole, that could be tomorrow, although the only person who's saying that with conviction is the former president himself. So there's still a lot of question marks about what could possibly be happening tomorrow. That indictment will not be unsealed, however, until the arraignment. Nicole?
Yeah, a lot of ifs here, if it even happens. All right. Thank you, Robert.